He is not invincible, but he behaves as if he is. We have only gotten so far in society because of a masculine man. It is all those men throughout history who have taken insane actions. Yes, even bad decisions, wars, and murders. Those men, however, were victims of their own shadow. Each man has a shadow that he hides, but it is a beast capable of all comprehensible and incomprehensible evil. Nonetheless, you must have the backbone of a man to carry out even your most evil deeds. So my claim that the world as we know it exists solely because of masculine men remains valid. In today's world, masculinity is described incorrectly. It's so wrong that it's revolting. Make no mistake, big guy with no brains is not masculine at all. It's just a brute, and brutes are controlled by intelligent men. Masculinity is straightforward. It is solely the ability to take initiative. In history, it was the man who took the initiative. Men make the decisions and then carry them out, right or wrong. Because of their determination and firmness, men are pushing the masses to the brink of insanity. When you think about it, this is complete lunacy. It was the madman of ancient Egypt who decided to create the pyramids, which still stand today, and they are so insane that we debate whether they are built by aliens. It makes no difference whether you are moral or immoral. It's the insane idea of taking masculine initiative and elevating power. It is an army commander leading his men and himself to certain death in order to save his country. It is the man who is attempting to colonize Mars despite knowing that he may not be able to do so in his lifetime. It is a sole intellectual that encourages men to embrace their masculinity, clean their houses, and get their acts together. Masculinity is all about taking the initiative. He is the foundation for those around him. He is society's lifeline, and if he is malicious, he will be the society's downfall. I preach to men to embrace masculinity because it is their salvation. Not to mention that it is absolutely in the heart of mankind to progress and pursue bold goals, which a feminine woman cannot do. Because this is not the role of femininity. This is why the current trend of men becoming more feminine is so damaging, because it will require an unknown number of time for women to evolve to the point where they could bear the burden of men's lack of masculinity, and society as we know it will not even exist by that time. The simple trend of being whoever you want is simply wrong because it blurs the gender lines. If the man and woman become impossible to distinguish, who will play the masculine role? Masculinity is always the one who takes the initiative. Take childbirth as an example. The process is initiated by a man's sperm, and it is nurtured by femininity. Masculinity is maintained by femininity. Masculinity initiates while femininity sustains. This is why almost all of history's incredible feats are attributed to men. Not because they are better than women, no, but because they are more masculine. A woman can also have a strong masculine side. A masculine woman is the one who is decisive and strategic. However, a woman's willpower is required to exercise her masculinity because at the end of the day, well, she is a woman, and masculinity is her second nature, not her first, 9 times out of 10. As a result, we must either demand that women fill the void left by the rise of feminine men, or men must open their eyes. In any case, it's not easy because there are so many deluded people preaching equality and denying the fundamental natures of the sexes. If we place this burden on women, we as men cannot harm women any further. It'll break so many beautiful and feminine women that it'll be gruesome. The society will become even more toxic as there is less and less femininity to preserve and treat. To maintain the balance, men must become men. The person who takes the initiative decides and leads. And if they do not embrace it, the end of the world is certain. Women cannot be expected to replace men simply because that is not a role. Even our minds have a masculine and feminine side to them. The conscious mind asserts and affirms, whereas the subconscious envisions and follows. Every creative process in the universe is powered by both masculine and feminine energies. Masculinity initiates, while femininity conceives and sustains. This is why women have difficulty making decisions. Not because she isn't intelligent enough, no, but because she has a harder time acknowledging or influencing her conscious mind. As a result, she overthinks and frequently depletes herself. This is why she requires the assistance of a masculine man. Some may feel offended because they think women are being portrayed as weak. This is not correct. You can't keep your masculinity if a feminine woman isn't keeping it. This is how history's insane characters came to be, because there was no femininity to sustain him, raw masculinity was unleashed, or perhaps a scar of rejection from femininity triggered the beast's rage. Nonetheless, without a feminine woman, man is nothing more than a beast. As a result, she wields even more power than man. Masculine men are responsible for human achievement, while feminine women are responsible for human sustainability. You can probably guess what will happen if this balance is disrupted.